Welcome, hockey fans, back to Cockburn Ice Arena, bringing you this first semifinal of the Kurt DeFries National Championship between South Australia and Victoria. Victoria designated the home team for this first semifinal, have the last change, and we have a 4 official lineup today. Joining me in the broadcast booth, Adrian McMillan, who's coach in
Melbourne at the moment.
And Adrian, welcome aboard.
Oh, it's fantastic to be here. Great day for hockey, yeah.
It's always a great day for hockey. Yeah, so we'll be bringing the broadcast today, the play-by-play. We'll go through the player lineups, the officials for today's game. Referee-in-chief for WA kindly has been forwarding me the list of officials on a daily basis, so Sean Evans, thank you for that. We'll get to those in a minute. For the visiting South Australia team, number 4, Reed Wilkins. Number 8, Adam Mosashek. Number 9, Phoenix Hansen. Number 10, Jasmine Chen. Number 15, Yaroslav Mazichka. Number 17, Kyan Liu. Number 18, Hugo Shopoff. Number 27, Lachlan Henley. Number 28, Maggie Pryor. Number 47, Hudson Ells. Number 56, Eleanor Barter. Number 66, Spencer Holmes Ball. Number 82, Kaz Hannon. And number 33, in goal, Sophie Wandell. Head coach Stu Henley, assistant coach Tyler Boyle, and team managers Sarah Ells and Bronwyn Barter. For the Victorian side, number 2, Tom Fialka. Number 3, William Preston. Number 10, Declan Adams. Number 11, Ethan Quinn. Number 13, He Zehen Hu. Number 15, Kais Hang Chen. Number 16, Avery Willard. Number 17, Seth Widji-Wardene. I'm going to struggle with that one as a tongue twister. Apologies in advance for any butchering I do on names. Number 20, Ryan Wang. Number 21, Angus Hunter. Number 23, Tay Lee Nelson. Number 24, Yu Zhu. Number 43, Max Simmons. Number 55, Mikhail Abdulin. Number 61, Eason Liu. Number 63, Lucas Chambers. Number 77, Blake Dowie. And goaltender number 29, Alston McMillan. Head coach Darcy Willard. Assistant coach Kayla Best. And team managers Kate Hunter and Sarah Simmons. The officials for today's game. I recognize a couple of them as local officials with the red armbands on, Luke Power and Owen Coral. And on the lines, Stuart Willis and Jameson Harris will patrol the lines for the team. Adrian, what do you think of the game and the tournament so far, and what do you expect to see in today's game?
Oh, it's a fantastic tournament so far. These kids are buzzing. The South Australian team, I've have the privilege of coaching them for quite some time, and yeah, a lot of skillful kids. It's good to see their development so far, and there's been development from every team throughout the tournament, so that's what this is all about.
We've seen some lopsided games, but we've also seen some very close games, and teams that have gotten beaten lopsided-wise have come back to close up the gap and recover for close games. So the gap between the top and the bottom isn't that great, but it does vary from year on year.
Definitely, most definitely. And little known fact, Alston McMillan was playing for South Australia until this year. So he's playing against his former team here. A little bit of a biased prediction because I am his father, but yeah, it's really good to see these kids in a semi-final. They're all excited. You see the fans in the stands. It's just a great atmosphere.
It is tough to call your kids. I know Riley, my boy, plays for the Thunder, and every time I call their games and he scores a goal, which he scored a beautiful one last night, I do get a bit choked up. So, so I know exactly what it's like, that big save.
Yeah, well,
yeah. Snap the glove out.
It's really good. These kids have made friendships throughout these tournaments, and a few of them have played overseas as well together.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it really looks good for this Australian team in the future.
It does. And a number of them have played together at Nash camps and so on. And so they know each other over the years, and they get to know each other pretty good. So it's really good to see. We're looking forward to a really good semifinal here. Semifinal 1. Boat to go for the puck drop. We'll have Els up against number 16 for Victoria. Avery Willett. So he's been a force in this tournament, along with Blake Dowie, and of course Els and Henley for South Australia, and little number 8. Adam Mosashek has been very effective as well.
Yeah, Banksy we affectionately call him. It's a little bit easier.
Yeah. Dumped into the zone. Hansen, he takes a light bump from Willert, gets it deep, back for it. Number 2 for Victoria, Fialka. On the half boards, battling with Mosasenko. And he gave me his name pronunciation when he was in the penalty box here one time, and I had it, and now I kind of lost it. Mosacek, there you go. Goes down the ice for icing.
Big hockey family, the Modriceks.
Yeah.
Very big in SA. He's got a sister that plays as well. She played in the under-18s Australian women's team, I believe.
Yeah, I did watch a little bit of that this year. I usually try and watch some of the tournaments internationally. Face-off comes back to the left of McMillan, won by S.A. Chen. She takes the shot on goal, looking for the deflection, scores! Mosacek, as we talk of him,
he's a sneaky one.
Buries that one through the 5-hole.
Yeah.
We'll just see on the replay. No replays as, again, the coffee monster has attacked and affected some of the streaming equipment here for producer Cass Edwards.
Yeah, I think Alston 40 had it covered, but not quite. And we're seeing a bit of a repeat from the South Australia game versus Victoria. I believe Modricek got an early one last time.
Yeah, I think he did. So that was a hard, slow shot to the front of the net that the goaltender just couldn't handle and bangs it in through the 5-hole. Mosacek. SA back on the attack, picked off by Victoria. Picked off again by the forward, number 88. Spencer Holmes Ball.
Holmes Ball, yeah.
Some of these names I've learned, I'm still struggling a little bit with them, not having seen these kids play for a lot. Back up the right side, Victoria just onside as number 21 puts it into the corner. Hunter, he takes a hit. Back behind the goal it goes for Hannon. Hannon reverses, gets it up onto the half boards, trying to break out. Good stick by the Victoria forechecker, fired right on goal. And Wandell had to be careful on that one.
He has a good save by Sophie there.
Back into the neutral zone the puck comes, and Quinn, he goes back for it. Circles up through the middle, loses control of the puck. Right to Barter. She's been impressive as a defense this tournament. Back she comes down the middle, cuts across the point, gets it deep, stumbles a bit, and back comes big number 77, Dowie. He's had a couple of hat tricks this tournament. Loses an edge, and puck comes back down into the neutral zone. That's number 4 for Wilkins, battling with Willert. Willert makes a couple moves at the blue line, loses control of it, and back comes Victoria. Dowie again, down the right side, makes a bit of a hack. Good defense, again, by Jasmine Chen. She's another strong performer. I know she's played on the under-18 national team.
Certainly has. Same with Eleanor Barter.
Good hit on Dowie as Els takes him out. Numbers at the SA bench had to be careful not to take a too many player call.
Yeah, good to see the captain step up and be a bit physical.
Yeah, he is a big body, and at this level, there's often a discrepancy in size as they develop and mature physically.
Definitely.
Face-off will come back to the left of McMillan.
Yeah, so Jasmine Chen and Eleanor Barter, they've been playing away in Canada for the past year.
Yep.
OHA.
Is that the one in Pemberton, or no?
Ontario.
Peterborough, I should say, in Ontario, yeah. Oh, and that hit somebody on the Victoria bench. That'll go for a stoppage and a face-off just outside the blue line. Now, there's been a few people that have played at the OHA Academy that we're familiar with here from WA. Off the face-off, one, back to Barter. Goes D to D. That's 82. He can't get it deep, and back comes Els. Crosses the line, takes the hard shot. Oh, and that just deflects wide under the arm of McMillan. Mosicek battling behind the goal. Can't come out with it, and out comes number 2. He passes up onto the wing. Stops up. Zhao, I think that was. Zhu, number 24. To the blue line. In comes Victoria. Zhu, he picks it up, chips it to the half boards. They can't get control of it. Just comes out of the zone. Delayed offside on the play.
Yeah, Victoria left a touch up there.
11:37. Back comes Mosicek. Down the left side. Picked off by number 2, Fialka. He gets it out to the blue line. That's number 55, Abdulin.
He can't. Hannon.
Fired off the glove of Wandell, and she freezes it for a stoppage. Will come into her left as the Victoria players crash the net.
Yeah, a little bit of a how's it going between Mike and Yaroslav.
They do know each other and tend to chatter on the ice, but I know they hang out a bit off the ice after the game. So what goes on the ice stays on the ice, as they say. Face-off scrambled, won by SA. D to D behind the goal. They come up the left side. That's number 18 with it. Shopov, he brings it down, fires it into the zone. In pursuit is Holmes' ball. He picks it up, fires it back around to the other side at the blue line. And that'll draw a penalty as Holmes' ball, or number 27, Henley, I think that was, got his skate out on the Victoria player, and he'll go for 2 for kneeing. And Victoria will go on the power play. So they'll be out on 8:50. Remember, the penalty clock is a bit off from the score clock, and we go by the score clock for the official time. You can see it just glitched and jumped there as I looked at it. Fialka back for it behind his net as South Australia clears it down the ice. Number 77, Dowie, he makes the long pass up to Willard. These two have combined for a lot of points in this tournament. Back to Liu as well. He's had some beautiful goals. Fired back down the ice, and Fialka will have to go back for it. Good pressure by South Australia, as they're doing a 1-3 formation on the penalty kill. Just trying to cut off those lanes. Back into the zone. Stolen. That's Abdulin. He goes after it. Fires it. I think that one off the crossbar.
Yep. A little bit of a ring ding.
In goes Dowie. He takes the shot over the goal. Abdulin back to the D. Willard, he fires it off the pads of Shopov into the corner. Good battle for it. Number 18 behind the goal. He gets it up to the point. Back comes South Australia on the penalty kill. They get it deep out of the zone.
A penalty.
It looks like we got a penalty there, yeah.
Looks like Avery Willett might be going.
I believe so. It got him a bit high. It was going to be called for charging on the play. So he'll go to the box. We'll play 4-on-4 for the next 41 seconds. So the face-off will come back into the Victoria zone to the right of goaltender McMillan. That's the choice of South Australia. Number 15 in on the draw, Zichka. He's up against number 23 for Victoria, Nelson. They get it out into the neutral zone. Back comes Chen. She comes out over the blue line, over the red, down the right-hand side, gets the zone, circles back at the half boards, takes it back towards the middle. Puck gets knocked off her stick. Behind the goal, picked up by Victoria and fired down the ice. And South Australia changes some of the penalties. No, not yet.
Yeah, the clock's wrong, Lucky.
On 8:50, on 8:50, on 8:50. Go.
Lucky Henley out the box.
He's out of the box. He thought it was over, but as I said, the time clock and the penalty clock aren't synced. So we go by the time clock. Nice move by number 24, Yu Zhu, as he cuts in, puts the puck between the legs of the defender, and slides it towards the goal for a stoppage.
Yeah, Wondell covered up well there. It's good to see from the young goalie, Sophie.
So South Australia on a 1-minute power play as they move it out of the zone to the captain, Els. He goes down the left side, fires it across the ice off the heel of the skate.
That looks like a hand pass.
And it was, as Henley knocked it down right onto the stick of number 55 for South Australia. 56, excuse me, Eleanor Barter.
So that'll go back to the just outside the offensive zone for Victoria. Of course, on the penalty kill.
False start with a warning.
SA's number 1 line out.
Victoria win the draw. Dowie over the line, down the left side, takes the shot.
Oh, big save.
Looking for that short side.
Sophie handled it well there. Just took the angle.
Right up against the post, definitely. Yeah. Face off to her right. Our left. I get confused by that sometimes, left and right. Up through the middle, picked off by Dowie. Liu, he gets it, just fires it back into the zone.
Yeah, the Victorian captain, he's played a really good tournament so far.
Takes a hit, back comes South Australia. See if they can get some zone time. Over the blue line it goes. That's number 9. He fires it towards the goal, bounces behind the goal, and the South Australia, Mosicek gets taken down, and he draws a penalty. A little bit of after whistle action there along the boards.
Yeah, some exchanging of scone recipes, I believe.
And it looks like Simmons, number 43 for Victoria, will go to the box for interference on the goal scorer for South Australia, Mosicek. And that'll put South Australia on a 2-man advantage for 12 seconds until this power play is over.
Yeah, I think Victoria is just sort of playing into South Australia's hands a little bit here. It's very similar to the first game they played. They play a rough contest with just trying to get the dump and chase game going. And giving them a man advantage is probably not the best idea.
And the Victoria coaching staff just looking for some explanations from referee Owen Corral. And they'll go back for the face-off.
Yep, 7:43 left. The first penalty should expire at 7:31.
Won by South Australia. Back to Henley at the point. Takes the shot off the skate of Dowie.
Great block shot.
Henley again
off
and
the
again, glove.
Great block by Blake Dowie.
Back into the zone he goes. First penalty is over. He fires it around the boards. Up and down the ice it'll go. Back forward is Henley.
Yeah, SA will try to set up something here.
Henley up the middle of the ice, getting up some speed. Cuts back to the middle. Has the puck knocked off the stick by Dowie. He picks it up, looking for an opening to fire it down the ice. Heads up as it comes over the glass and into the South Australia bench. And that'll be a penalty to Victoria for delay of game as the puck cleared over the glass. Even though it went into the bench, it went over the glass over our heads.
Yeah, a little bit of a frisbee there.
Normally when the puck goes into the bench, in a normal bench, there is no call, but that went over the glass over our heads here in the penalty box. And well over the camera, and Riley Langell up on the camera almost caught that one for a souvenir.
Yeah.
Face off to the left of McMillan, 5-on-3 again. Henley, he gets it into Els. He dumps it back into the corner. Mosicek, he's behind the goal. Back to the blue line. Henley takes the wrist shot. That goes wide as McMillan was screened. Back to the point again. Henley takes the shot. Oh, and that deflects off McMillan's glove. Stick lifted by South Australia. It goes back to the crease. And McMillan smothers it for a stoppage.
Yeah, good aggressive play by South Australia here. They're really going for it. They've been given an opportunity and they want to take it.
A minute, 54 seconds, to go in this 5-on-3, and then it'll be a 5-on-4. Face-off win, back to the point. Henley again, he gets a D to Barter, or Chen. She takes a shot, blocked again by Dowie. He's blocked at least 3 or 4. That was Liu that made that block, sorry.
Yeah, that's good to see.
Yep. Sticks in the lane, that's what we preach when they're coaching the kids. Sticks in the lane and stick on puck.
Yeah, shot blocks win matches.
Back to the blue line and fired down the ice by Liu, the captain. Back for it is Henley. He puts it between his leg and picks it up. Back to Els. Els over on the wing to Chen. She picks it up down the left side, cuts back towards the middle, loses it briefly, takes a hit. Fired to the net, deflected, scores! Number 9 on the doorstep, Phoenix Hansen. He buries that play.
They've certainly taken advantage, and 3 seconds left. Oh, sorry.
We got the replay here.
Yep, 3 seconds left on the power play for the first.
So that'll kill the first power play.
Yeah.
Nice play by Chen. She set that up, carrying it into the zone, cutting back. And I believe that was on the left side. It might have been Els that got it across to the front of the net, just fired it on net. The rebound, Hansen was there to bury it. 2-0 for South Australia. So we're waiting for a clarification on the clock and the penalties as the teams get set for the face-off. Holmes' ball in over the blue line, picked off and fired down the ice by Liu. Back goes number 82 for South Australia to pick it up. On the half boards, Victoria gets it, and that goes back to number 11, Quinn. He gets it out to the middle of the ice, and Barter, she gets it, fired back into the zone by Holmes' ball, misses both of his players. And that should just about do it for the second penalty. Yeah, as Victoria should return to full strength, just waiting for the time clock
and right set. Now, Blake Dowie out the box.
Off the chest of Wandell. She makes the stop. Rebound out in front. Abdulin, he gets taken down as he cut back towards the net. And South Australia will go back to the penalty box. And Victoria to the power play as Abdulin tries to make that move to the front of the net and gets taken down. Number 82 for South Australia, Kaz Hannon, coming to the penalty box for 2 or less. And Victoria will get a chance to get one back here with 4:50 to go in the period.
Yeah, Victoria's power play went really well against Queensland yesterday. Let's hope they get it going here.
Up into the middle. Willard, he can't get it past Chen. She makes another great play. Dumps it down the ice. McMillan sets it up behind the goal for Dowie. He comes back for it.
Yeah, Jasmine Chen, she's a very clever player. Great skater.
And very strong on the puck. Doesn't lose the puck very often. Nice play by Dowie. Goes to the front of the net. Whoa. I've seen him make that move a few times this tournament.
Oh yeah, I'd like to say I taught him that, but I didn't.
Fired big blocker save. Back to the blue line, Willard. He sets it up. Cuts back into the middle. Back to Dowie. He gets it back to Fialka. He back to Dowie. Takes the wrist shot. And Rondell equal to the task. So that goal by Hansen, assisted by Mozicek on the power play. 5:46 to go in the period. That's Mozicek's second point of the game.
Yep. Sophie's standing well. She was a little bit unwell. She didn't play against WA. So It's great to see her out here, and she's standing up strong.
Face off to her left. Won by Victoria. Fired.
Ooh.
Good stick by Barter. Or sorry, yeah, that's Barter. Gets her stick on that one, on the shot from Liu. Into the corner, back to the D. Fialka, he gets it back deep. Back to the point. Deflected. Down, Dowie keeps it into the corner. Fired hard around the boards, and out it'll come. Just about 20 seconds left in this power play.
Yeah, SA get a good change.
Good pressure by Victoria. They just can't get penetration. Picked off by Els. Els gets it up to number 17, Liu. He fires it wide. Is that right?
No.
Nope. Close enough.
250. That's
Yeah, so
he's out very early.
he's out early.
So he shouldn't be out till 250.
That was my
But
mistake
that's
on that
okay.
play. Need to be monitoring that situation because there's confusion. The clock, penalty clock showed 0.
It doesn't help with the bench yelling.
No. Guys.
Bronwyn.
Guys, you are aware that the penalty clock is in sync with the main. The penalty clock is wrong.
So Jasmine Chen with the puck. She'll just get stripped. Hunter can't quite get it past Yuroslav. Yuroslav, he's hunting. That gets over to Adam. So he'll just get it deep. But a little too deep. That'll go for icing with a good skate from Lockie Henry. And that'll go back to the offensive zone for SA on the left-hand side of McMillan.
Just explaining to the SA bench a little bit of an error there on my part as I was getting yelled at to get the penalized player back on the ice, and he still had about 15 seconds left in his penalty. Fired on goal. Liu again, right into the chest protector. And the goaltender, Wandell, makes the save. And that'll go for a stoppage. 1:12 to go in the penalty to...
Oh, no.
There's no
clear.
penalty.
We're clear.
There's
We're
still
clear.
a penalty showing
there's
up
a penalty
on the clock.
board. That's okay. We're working with what we're working with.
Yeah, so I got distracted there trying to get that sorted out. Back into the zone comes Els, and Mosicek can't get out over the zone, over the blue line, and offside called.
SA with a change of staff. Their number 1 line is getting well-deserved rest here. They've been out for quite some time. Taylor tried to get it to the middle to Hunter.
And that gets chipped into the netting. That'll go for a stoppage. Face-off will come to the right of goaltender Wandell.
Yep, full line changes for both teams, it looks like. 1:55 to go. Coach is not happy with where Dowry's sitting, but the referee reminds him he's on the line. He's well allowed to be there.
Back onto the half boards. Dowie, he controls it, just takes a shot towards the net off the shoulder of Wandell. Deflects out into the high slot. Liu, he fires it behind the net. Picked up by number 16, that's
Avery Willett, yeah.
Willett. Back to Dowie. He takes a shot, blocked in the slot. And South Australia, they just get it out over the blue line. Willard back to the D. Liu. He picks it up. He circles back around the middle of the ice. Cuts to the right side, down the wing. Stops up, takes the shot. Blocked again. And behind the net goes Barter. Back to the blue line.
Miscommunication.
And Chin just cannot keep that puck in as it goes back down the ice. Victoria on the attack, looking to close this gap.
40 seconds on the clock.
Back to the blue line. Hansen, he dumps it in deep. Els goes after it. Number 3 behind the net, Preston, he fires around the boards, doesn't go out. And out comes Willard. Down the right side to Dowie. Takes the shot. Good stick on puck because it's deflected wide. To the front of the net, Mosicek. He loses control of it. Loses his stick. That goes all the way out to the blue line. Fired wide off the glove of Wandell. Back to the blue line, not out. And that'll do it for the first period. 2-0 the score for South Australia.
Yeah, good battle so far.
And we'll take a brief break here.
Either way, yeah.
As we get ready for the second period, just clarifying, we now have an official penalty box attendant, which is probably appropriate for a semifinal, as it does get confusing sometimes when we're doing the play-by-play and trying to monitor the penalties, particularly as the penalty time clock is not synced with the main clock. So that adds to the confusion of players on the bench and in the box. So that first period goes by Mosicek from Chen and Hansen at 14:30. And then Hansen from Mosicek, a power play goal at 5:46. The first period penalties, Henley from South Australia tripping at 10:50. Willard for charging Victoria at 9:31. Simmons from Victoria, interference at 9:43. And Dowie for Victoria, delay of game at 7:03. Shots on goal that period. 8 for Victoria, 6 for South Australia. South Australia 1 for 4 or 1 for 3 on the power play.
Yeah, I mean, it's really going exactly how South Australia would have wanted to plan it out, right? They're a dump and chase team. They're gritty. They get in front of the net. They've just really done the hard work here, and I expect to see Victoria reset and really come out strong here, as they did with the Queensland game and previous games. The early morning game seems to be a little bit of a wake-up call.
Yeah, well, certainly the play-by-play staff and penalty box attendants need to wake up.
We're all volunteers. It's a great time to remind everyone of that, and we're all here for the love of hockey and the love of the sport, right?
Absolutely, and thankfully it didn't affect the run of play in that on that first period. We get set for the start of the second period. 15 minutes of stop time action up on the clock.
Yeah, just trying to get the score clock set, and we'll be good to go.
Hunter and Els at the face-off dots.
Yeah, both those players have played a really great tournament.
Yes, they have. Scramble draw, picked up by Abdul, and he gets it over the blue line, breaks into the left side, tries to get it to the slot, stick on the legs, and no call on that play. Behind the goal, into the corner. Els battling with number 24, I believe that is, for Victoria. Back to the blue line, shot towards the net, deflected, and that comes back out to the blue line. Els, he chips it down the ice, and that's going to go for icing, as I don't think Hansen's
the same tip. They pulled it off.
Deflected puck, and Mosicek, he can't get it. Back comes Fialka. He gets it out to Abdulin. He gets it into the middle. That's Hansen. I believe that was for Hunter, for Victoria. He chases it behind the net, reverses. Henley pins him against the board with the stick.
Yeah,
back behind the goal.
Check, but he's gotten away with it.
Back comes Chen. She goes down the left side with speed. Linesmen have to avoid the play. Chen takes it to the middle, fires it to the net, and McMillan didn't see that. Initially, he kicked out the pad and kicked it out of the zone. Back for it comes number 56, Barter, into the zone. Behind the goal, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty on the play. Not sure who that is. A high sticking call, I believe, to number 2, yeah. He'll go to the box for 2 or less for high sticking.
Yep, at 13:40. So that penalty should expire 11:40.
Face-off will come back into the Victoria end.
11:40 when it expires.
He's on the draw. Zichka.
Victoria's just got to stay out of that penalty box.
And Willard taking it to the net is the South Australian center, and Victoria get control of it and fire it back down the ice. Back for it is Henley. He circles around, gets it up onto the wing. Back to Henley. He crosses the blue line, gets it to number 56, who takes it into the zone. Intercepted by number 11 for Victoria, Ethan Chin. Back and Quinn into the zone. Henley, he picks it up, making his way out slowly. Goes down the right-hand side, over the blue line, drops it back, fired towards the net. And that was off the toe. And again, I don't think McMillan saw that puck. It just bounced off the toe.
Very strange.
Up to the middle, great move. Scores!
Top corner.
Wow. Short-handed goal. We've seen that young man make that play a couple of times this week.
Yeah.
And the captain, Liu, ties it, or puts Victoria within 1 on the power play. On the penalty kill.
Yeah, on the penalty kill. So that's really great to see the captain he's trying to rally his team, right? And hopefully that will put a bit of spark in Victoria, and we'll get a really good game here.
Yeah, that was against the flow of play. South Australia had some pressure in the zone. 2 beautiful no-look toe saves by McMillan in goal as he didn't see them and kicked them out. And that one came all the way out down the ice, and Lou on the breakaway with the nice move, buried it high top shelf. South Australia still on the power play. Mosicek, he comes down the left side, over the blue line, into the corner. Dowie, he gets the stick on it. Behind the goal, Barter over to number 9, that's Hansen.
Yeah.
He dumps it into the corner. Chen, she picks it up. Cross to the front of the net to Mosicek, back to the blue line. Henley fires it off the post.
Good recovery.
Another good save as McMillan got down on the butterfly to make that stop, and it gets fired back down the ice. Approximately 15 seconds to go in this power play. 11:40, 20 seconds to go in the power play.
Yeah, 11:40.
As I said, the penalty clock is not coordinated with the time clock. Els over the blue line, takes the shot. Mosicek tries to get it through. Another block. And Dowie doing great yeoman service on that shot block
As
for
the
today's
penalty
game.
expires there, we got Tom Fidelka back out.
Fialka puts pressure on in the zone.
The turnover.
Liu, he picks it up, gets it across on the backhand to Fialka. He can't handle it, takes it behind the net.
Willett behind the net.
Into the corner, rims it around to the blue line. That's number 43 keeping it in, Simmons.
Lucky Hanley with it, trying to clear it up to Modricek. Cut out by Willett. Reed Wilkins. He got that over to Jasmine Chen.
Chen, hard pass up to Bozicek. He can't handle it. Abdullah, and he chips it into the zone. That's number 2 over the line, gets to the slot, but picked off by number 4, who flips it out to the blue line, not out. Good stick by number 9, Hansen, as he takes control of it. Down the ice, gets into the zone, but then gets the puck knocked
Willett's
off the stick, and back comes Victoria, 2-on-1. Into the corner. And Barter picks it up, circles back. She comes out of her zone slowly. Onto the right-hand side to Wilkins. Wilkins tries to chip it deep, and it does. And they go for a change. Into the corner, number 17, Liu. He can't stop it. On the half boards, and out comes Victoria. They'll get it out of the zone, chip it down the ice. That's going to go for icing, but Abdullah beats it out.
Very fast skater, Mike.
Chipped into the corner. Liu takes the hit, gets it to his D partner on the other side, out into the middle of the ice. Back into the zone, off the skate of the Victoria player, into the slot, takes the shot. That goes just wide.
Maggie Pry with 2 on her.
Back into the corner. Number 20 with it. Cuts behind the net. Tries the shot from the short side. Back to number 20. That's Wang. Big hit as down goes number 17 for Victoria, Liu.
Yeah, he's taking a couple of this shift.
And into the corner. Gets control of it. Victoria player on him. Chips it out to the line. Wide open is number 28.
Off the races.
He just can't get going. And back it comes for Wang down the right side. Good play by the defense as they tie him up into the corner. Picked up by number 24, Zhu, to the front of the net. And Wandell ties that one up for a stoppage as the puck came right to her feet, and she jumped on it for a stoppage.
Yeah, really good work by the young goaltender. This is, I think, her first national championship, so it's really good to see her stand tall. I'd like to see Victoria cross that Royal Road a little bit more and get some better shooting opportunities.
Face off to the left of Wandell, won by South Australia. Good forecheck by Victoria, picked up by, that's number 15, I believe it is, brings it over the blue line to Shopov. He chips it in.
Yeah, Yuroslav still with the puck. Good save by Austin there.
Holmes ball on the forecheck. Good effort tying up the stick of the Victoria player, and back comes Abdullah, and he's going in one-on-one. 2 for back checkers getting back. Takes it to the corner, tries to get the backhand to the front of the net. Chen intercepts, and out she comes. Breaks up through the middle, down through the right-hand side on number 11 for Victoria, Chin. Back onto the goal. That's a shot by Hansen that's off the blocker of McMillan. Victoria, they reverse.
Tau with the puck.
Good stick by the captain.
Big save.
Fired it on net, and McMillan makes the save. Back to the front of the net. Mosicek, he's on it. Henley, he keeps it in. Behind the goal. Back to Mosicek.
He's dangerous out there.
He just fumbled it, and taking over is Abdullah. He goes down the right side, puts the puck past Henley. He's still going in, takes the shot. That goes in. Wow, he scores!
Short side.
Short side as that went off the glove of Sophie Wandell. and bounced into the goal. And that ties it for Victoria. As we see on the replay, Abdullah goes down the right side, takes the shot through the legs of the defenseman, and that just goes off the glove, I believe, and into the net.
Yeah,
tie game.
Fantastic work there by Mike. He's had a great tournament. I mean, at the end of the day, great skater. It's what you like to see. South Australia just getting a warning for the change?
Yeah, late change. Late change as Victoria does have the last change. So he's forcing number 82, Kaz Hannon, back to the bench, and out comes Henley again. One of the advantages of having home ice advantage, as they call it, is you do get that last change. And once the referee puts his hand up, no more.
Absolutely.
Face-off won by Victoria Dowie. Weak backhand. It's given away. No damage as Victoria pick it up. Back comes Victoria on goal. Dowie, he takes the backhand shot as number 16, Avery Willard, broke in, took the shot, and the rebound. Dowie puts the backhand on goal for the stop.
Yeah, I think that puck just bumbled on him for a little second there when he was trying to get that shot off.
Yeah, bouncing. We're sort of late in the second period. The ice is getting a bit snowy and choppy, so it will bounce a bit. Face-off won again by Victoria. Back to the blue line. Number 43 takes the shot. That gets blocked. Dowie behind the net, protecting the puck with his arm. Back to the blue line. Fired again towards the net, looking for a deflection or rebound. Barter, she fires it behind. Holmes' ball, he can't get it out. A weak shot towards the net. Back for it goes number 82 on the defense. Stolen. Good paddle by Wandell. As Victoria putting pressure on after tying the game. Into the high slot is number 16, Willard. He plays with it. Cuts back into the middle of the ice. Has it knocked off his stick. Number 43 at the blue line, Simmons. He dumps it into the corner behind the goal. Liu, he reverses. Reverses again. Tries to get to the front of the net. Does, and fires it off the side of the goal as Wandell was down. Back behind the goal. Holmes' ball. He can't get it out. Stolen by Willard. Back to the blue line. It's deflected, and that goes wide. Tired legs out there for South Australia as Victoria putting the pressure on. D to D, just bounces over the stick of Fialka. He gets it back to Simmons. And down the left-hand side goes Victoria looking for more. They fire, scores!
Top corner. Willett finally found it. He was looking for it for a while.
Just beat Wandell. A little bit of a screen possibly as Willard went down the wing. Just fired it from the top of the face-off circle near the face-off dot, and that finds the top of the net. Victoria takes the lead, 3-2.
Yeah, 5:18 left in the second period. A little late, but better than never. It's a good game.
Face-off won by Victoria. Picked up at the blue line by Henley. He circles out of his zone, back up the middle, down the left side, dumps it in deep. Behind the goal.
He's got that puck. He'll get that up.
Picked off by number 17. He goes in, fires it wide behind the goal. That's Pryor. She's after it. Into the corner. Backhanded behind the goal, up onto the wing to number 24, Zhu. South Australia with some pressure, keeping Victoria in the zone.
Yeah, Will Preston really under a lot of the pump there.
Behind the goal, number 3, Preston.
He's done well there.
He gets it to number 24. He picks it up, Zhu. Brings it around the boards. Chipped by Abdullah, and he gets it up onto the wing on a breakaway.
Hunter.
Hunter goes in, takes the shot, scores. 5-hole. Got a great play just inside the blue line to get the puck to Abdullah, and he gets it up to Hunter. He's sent in alone, and he buries that puck through the 5-hole of the goaltender to make the score 4-2.
Yeah, I think SA just pushed up a little too hard. They had the good pressure on. Maggie Pryor was in some good battles there. He was all over Will Preston.
Timeout call by South Australia to try and reset here, as Victoria with 4 straight goals to make the score 4-2. That last goal by Hunter, I'm just waiting for Esports Desk update to get the assist on it. Abdullah would have gotten 1.
Angus Hunter, he's a ripper of a tournament though. I would assume it was
Abdullah definitely had one of the assists, the primary assist.
Will Preston on the second, maybe. Yeah.
So that tying goal by Abdullah from Quinn and Chambers at 7:16, followed by Willert from Simmons and Dowie at 5:18, and just waiting for Esports Desk to update the 4th goal. Sometimes it's a bit slow on refreshing. Anyway, we'll get that for you at the start of the intermission. This is we're waiting for the face-off after that goal. South Australia just trying to reset, settle the troops down.
Yep. 4 minutes 12 left in the second. 17 shots to 12. If you can go by that, I mean it's very hard to get the shots on. And
face-off won by SA. Picked up by number 23, Nelson. He backhands it in deep. Barter, she rims it around. Picks it up. Looking for an outlet. Off the skate.
Wang.
Back to the front of the net.
Barter with the puck. Wang. Oh.
Back to number 9. He gets it to the line but not out. That's Hansen. To the blue line, and Els, he picks it up, makes the move, comes down one-on-one with number 11, back on defense, takes the shot. That's off the mask of McMillan. Els with the hit along the boards, back to the blue line. Hannon.
Big shot blocked by
His
Taylor
shot's
there.
blocked. Back down the left-hand side, number 20 takes the big hit.
Big. Looked like a bit of a cross-check, but he got away with it.
Here comes down the ice. Hansen makes a nice little move on number 11 to get it past him, but can't catch up to it. Els takes it into the corner. He's got number 18 or 19, Woodwood Wardine, in on it.
Quinn did really well. Tried to jam it.
Els knocks it off the stick of the Victoria player to the blue line. Henley off his skate a couple times. Wang. He's going down 1-on-4 down the right side. Hit by Chen as she takes over. And back she comes down the middle of the ice with some speed. Cuts to the right. Around Willert. He gets his stick on it. Chen eludes 2 Victorian players. Gets it to the front of the net. And picks up the rebound as she gets knocked down. Great effort by Jasmine Chen to create that chance. And McMillan pounces on it for a stoppage.
Yeah, Jasmine Chen worked hard there. Got a whole line change for her team.
She worked hard. Great edges, great reverses to avoid 2 Victoria checkers. And gets it to the front of the net. Just couldn't get a decent quality shot on goal.
Yeah, just before that, Quinn had a really good play to stop Phoenix Hansen from his charge too. That was great. Three minutes 28 left on the clock. Offensive zone face-off for South Australia.
That last goal, Hunter, single assist to Abdullah at 4-12 to make it 4-2, and South Australia wins the draw.
Spencer Holmes ball.
He
tried to jam on it, he does.
As he cuts to the side of the net and from the goal line, buries it off goaltender McMillan to cut the deficit to 4-3.
Yeah, he gave him time and space, and he's a good player there, Spencer. I think that might be his first for the tournament. I could be wrong. I'd have to check the esports text for that.
Check on the esports desk, but I think you're right for the young man from South Australia.
Yep, he came over and played with my team in Hong Kong this year, the previous year, sorry. And he also played in the team I took to Singapore. So he's been around a bit.
Face off back to the middle of the ice. 3:17 to go. Dowie up against number 15, Wazichka, is down into Victoria's zone. Good stick, deflected over the boards. And Liu asks for the puck and hands it to the linesman. Very politely.
Such a gentleman. A gentleman, a captain, and a great kid.
Well, that's what captains do. Just quality individuals, right? Back to the blue line. Henley gets the puck chipped past him.
Off to the races.
Willert down with Liu.
Oh, what a blocker.
Nice save by Wandell as Victoria went in 2-on-1. They still have control in the zone. Fire it towards the goal. That goes off the base of the post and bounces behind the goal. Dowie back to the blue line. That's to number 43, Simmons. He gets the puck deflected in the corner. Home ball, tries to get that clearance pass up the middle. And it gets
Spencer Holmes' ball is buzzing here.
Here he goes down the ice, dumps it deep, and they go for a change.
Tom Fidelka's collected that puck, and he'll try to reset.
And he had Liu breaking, looking for that puck. It goes off his skate. Willert, he dops it off to Fialka. Fialka down the right side. He gets it through over the blue line, takes the shot. That's off the pad of Wandell. And back comes South Australia. That's number 4. Gets the puck to the blue line. Good stick by Willert. As Liu picks it up, back into his zone. Fires up onto the wing to Fialka. Fialka backs up, loses it temporarily. Good forecheck by number 28, Pryor.
Yeah, Simmons will collect that and try to skate it out.
Hard shot, that one off the skates of 28. And back comes Dowie, down the right side, cuts to the net, off the back of the net. He kicks it from his skate up onto his stick. Good play by Chen as she picks it up. Fired to the blue line. Fialka back in. Henley, he gets it up to Pryor.
Oh, we've got a... No, it's okay.
Back into the zone, fired up onto the bench of South Australia. And there'll be a stoppage inside the zone.
Yeah, 1 minute 14 left in the second. 4-3 game. So it's anyone's game at this. We've got ourselves a hockey game. It's great to see the semi-final. Fantastic hockey, right? Anything can happen.
1:14 to go in the period. Face-off won by Victoria as they push it out. Abdullah.
Oh, watch the stick there.
He gets it to Zoo. Zoo going in, stops up quick to
Hunter.
Hunter misses the net. Rimmed around by South Australia. Els, he chops at it. He dumps it off the board, tries to catch up to it. He's got 2 Victoria players to contend with. Back into the zone. Dowie, that's number 11. Quinn, who can't get it out. Back
40
into
seconds
the zone.
left. Oh, Phoenix Hansen missed his hit there.
Els, he picks it up, gets it past Quinn, tries to catch up to it, and does. Trying
Quinn,
to get control. A good battle.
Oh.
Els wins it, tries the backhand, jam play, scores!
Wow, what
as he comes around the far side, as McMillan was down trying to block that puck on the near side, and Els spins around and buries it with the wraparound play to tie this game up with 21 seconds to go.
Yeah, he's a great goal scorer, Hudson. And he's played really well throughout the tournament.
You can see here on the replay, I just missed the replay, you guys would have seen it, as the puck was rimmed around and wrapped around by Els.
Yeah, he's definitely a great little player. He's grown a lot this year, and it's just great to see him come out and play a great tournament.
So 2 late goals by South Australia to come back and tie this game. Linesmen line them up and set them up. So that goal, Els unassisted, and Holmes' ball goal scored by Holmes' ball, assisted by Mazichka and Chen. 4 all to score. So we come to the end of this second period, looking for more goals of Victoria.
10 seconds left on the clock.
Dowie,
Dowie.
he just rips it high off the bar.
4 seconds.
And that should just about do it as the horn sounds. And some pleasantries exchanged at the end of that period, but no harm. And we'll go to the break, get an ice cut, and we'll come back at the start of the third period with the summary of the statistics. 4-all the score. 15 minutes for the break for Aidan McMillan. This is Chris Langell. We'll see you then. Welcome back to Cockburn Ice Arena, folks. This is Chris Lange along with Adrian McMillan, standing in on the color analysis. 6 goals in that second period. Liu unassisted, shorthanded at 12:48. Abdullan from Chin at Chambers at 7:16. Willert from Simmons and Dowie at 5:18. Then Hunter from Abdullan at 4:12. Holmes ball with his first from Muzichka and Chen at 3:17. And Els unassisted. 21 seconds to go. 4-4 the score as Victoria comes into the zone. And South Australia trying to get the puck out of the zone. 19-15 the shots on goal. 11-9 in favor of Victoria that second period. Back comes Simmons, or Muzichka. He can't get it deep. And back comes Victoria. Liu picks it up off his chest. Into the zone. Back into the high slot. Reverses to Simmons. Simmons takes the shot. Good block by number 15, Muzichka. As it goes back into the corner. Picked up by Muzichka behind the net. He gets it up onto the boards to the blue line. Simmons keeps it in. Behind the goal as Liu's tied up. Dowie, he gets bumped by the Victoria or South Australia defense. Back into the corner. That's 18. Shopov to the half boards. Out is Willard. He gets over to Liu. Good shot block by Chen as Liu goes after it in the corner. Chen picks it up. And out she comes, makes a move on Willard, has her stick lifted. Back in the zone, the puck goes. Liu, reverse hit, and he's going to take a penalty. That just looked like a reverse hit to me.
Yeah, he had a stick on puck, I believe, but up at the discretion of the ref.
Going to go for interference. And that's going to go up against Victoria. Liu. He'll go for 2 or less for interference. So South Australia, an early power play opportunity as they line up to the left of Victoria. Number 9, Hansen, up against number 55, Abdullan. Face-off win by Victoria. They chip it out to the blue line, kept in by Henley. He rips it into the corner. Els goes behind the net. He can't catch up to it. Good defensive play by the Victoria defenseman. Gets it to the blue line. 24 for Victoria. That's Zhu. He fires it down the ice. Henley has to go back for it. Abdullan in pursuit. Henley reverses. Abdullan backs out to the blue line. And out come South Australia. To the blue line, Mosacek fired the shot, scores! Els with the quick snapshot, high slot over the shoulder of McMillan. And that was a quick goal by Els. I've seen him do that a couple of times this tournament.
Yeah, great, quick release shot he's got. And he's been working on it quite a bit.
You see here, Els picks up the puck just inside the blue line, high slot, rips it through the legs of the Victorian defender. Top shelf for Mama keeps the peanut butter, folks.
Oh, yeah. Great shot, and I'm sure Alston would love to have it back. At the minute, we're looking at a 4-5 game, 13 minutes to go.
Yeah, 5-4 for South Australia. On the power play, they go ahead. Back into the middle of the ice it comes for the face-off. Again, South Australia on the attack. They get it over the line. Delayed offside.
Yeah.
You can hear the linesman yelling. Out comes 55, Abdullan. He gets it up onto the wing. That's Hunter, I believe, number 21, to the front of the net. And Wandell stops it, and a bit of a battle with Barter in front. And number 24, Zhu. Nothing comes of that. Face off to Wandell's right. Won by Victoria. Back to the blue line. Abdullan, he gets it to his defensive partner. Fired back in high, blocked in front. Off the chest pad of Wandell. And she freezes it. Mad scramble there in front.
Yeah, Eleanor Barter very physical in front of net there, and some pleasantries exchanged.
Yeah, just good traffic and picking the puck out of the pile for the shot opportunity. The Victoria player buried it right in the chest of Wandell. Who would argue that I was just in a perfect position for that puck?
Yeah. 60% of the time.
Yeah. Behind the goal it goes, up onto the left side. Out comes number 18 for South Australia, Shopov. He dumps it in deep and chases after it. Zichka, that's Chen. She picks it up, dumps it back into the corner on the cycle. Shopov, he can't pick it up. Around the boards it goes. Henley, he keeps it in at the blue line, bounces over the stick of the Victoria defense into the corner. Holmes' ball, he's after it, gets it to the blue line. Fired towards the front of the net, that goes wide. That was Holmes' ball's first goal of the tournament, scored in the second period. Shopov, he picks it up to Holmes' ball, off his stick, and it goes deep. Won't go for icing, cleared. Liu, out he comes. He's got Willard. Back to Liu, over the blue line, takes the shot, deflected, and that goes into the far corner. Holmes' ball has it slide off his stick. Dowie, he can't control it, and out comes South Australia. Good pass to Els across the blue line, tries another long shot and hits the legs of Fialka and goes around to Willard. He picks it up on the breakout pass. Nobody there. Liu tries to catch up to it, and Barter just fires it back into the zone. Delayed offside, and they have to clear the zone. And Victoria sets it up. Willard up onto the wing to Dowie, misses him. Fired off the stick of Dowie. And South Australia get it back and fired into the zone. Rimmed around the boards. That's to number 15, I believe, Chen for Victoria. They clear it across the blue line out of the zone. Fialka, he can't catch up to it. Hansen, he tries to get into the zone. Picked off Mosacek. He's battling up against number 26 or 55 Abdulin, and Barter falls backwards over him. So quite a battle here right in front of the penalty box, in front of our broadcast location. Over the blue line comes Dowie. He takes the shot, bounces off the glove of Wandell. Abdullah, he gets it back to the point. Fialka, he fires it in deep. Going for a change is Dowie. Fired behind the goal, number 82, Hannon, gets it up on the wing to Mosacek. He gets it across to Hansen. Hansen catches up with it, fires it in off of Fialka into the corner, and back for it is Chen. Coming out slowly. Up onto the right side. Good hit by number 4 on the play. It's Wilkins. They get it to the slot. Chen over the blue line. She rims it around to the far side. Wilkins, he picks it up. Good hit by Chen as the puck goes behind the goal. Victoria, they fired off the boards to the blue line, but not out. And that's fired back in. 9:17 to go in the period. 5-4 South Australia. Fired around Abdullah. He picks it up on the right side, chips it out on the backhand into the middle of the ice. And Zhu can't catch up to it. And Chen picks it up in her own zone. Looking for an opening. She comes slowly over the blue line, over the red, and dumps it in and goes for a change. As wholesale changes for South Australia, that leaves number 55 wide open on the wing, and his defensive player teammate didn't see that option. Now he gets it. In and over the blue line, kicks it off the skate, up onto the stick. Down goes referee. Down goes the referee. That wasn't Owen Coral. That was the other referee, Jake, I believe that was. And onto that. Oh, and that bounces off McMillan that sits there briefly. The wide open goal recovered by the defense. Back into the corner that goes. Tries the jam play. Number 18, Shopov, can't get it to go. And back comes Victoria. End-to-end action as Willard comes back with Abdullah. And he goes over the line, avoids his check, takes the shot. Again, going for that top shelf. And back comes Holmes' ball. He gets it to the blue line, fires it in, goes for a change. A good decision by the young forward. Back behind the goal. stretch pass. Willert, he skates onto it. He's got Henley on him, stops up Mosacek. He can't get his stick on it. Willert tries to get it across to Liu. Liu, one-timer from the far boards at a very tight angle. Rims around to the blue line. Dowie, he can't keep it in. Good stick by Mosacek. Off him again. And again he picks it up. Chips it forward, and that's up to the captain, Els. He gets it to Mosacek. Just avoids a hit. Back comes Liu. End-to-end action here, folks, as Liu gets in, takes the shot. Nice save by Wandel off the pad. Another save. As out comes Chen. Gets it to Mosacek. Intercepted. Back in comes number 11 for Victoria. Willert, he takes a shot. That gets deflected into the corner. Dowie, he takes it behind the goal. He's got Hansen on him. Tries to dump it back in. Simmons keeps it in and fires it behind the goal to Chen. Chen's got Willert on her. Protecting the puck. Good effort by the young defense. Jasmine Chen as Els gets it out and down the ice. And they can go for a change. Wide open on the right-hand side. Abdulin, he picks up the puck. Gets to the top of the face-off shot. Fires a shot. Blocked by number 56, Barter, and she's wincing in pain. And picked up behind the goal. Out comes South Australia. A big follow-through hit. Gets her hands up high. And she'll go to the box for 2 or less. Eleanor Barter playing a fantastic game today. Big hit. Just gets her elbows up and gets a roughing call on the play. So 4:18, she'll be back on the ice. Ignore the penalty clock. It's the main scoreboard at 4:18 that she'll step onto the ice. Face-off comes in to the right of the South Australia goaltender. Won by Victoria. Back to the blue line. Down low. Liu tries that high shot. Blocked in the front. Pocket picked by the Victoria power play specialist. Back to the side of the net. And a save by Wandel as Dowie was trying for that high shot again. And Wandel equal to the task. Wow.
Not a lot of whistles in this game.
No.
For this third period.
End-to-end action. Both teams having chances on the power play. Victoria gets it deep and picked off by Chen. She fires it down the ice. And McMillan sets it up. Back for it is Fialka. Up to Dowie. They've seen a lot of ice time this game. Up onto the wing to Liu. He fans on the shot, but picked up by Dowie. Over the blue line, takes the shot. Pad save low by Wandel. And it deflects into the corner. Aggressive penalty kill by South Australia as they're going out on the play. Blocked in front again as Chen, she's after number 2, Fialka, steals the puck, rims it around the boards. That'll go down the ice.
Yeah, we've got 5 minutes left of this hockey game.
5 in the game, yeah.
I'd like to see a little more urgency.
Well, there's end-to-end action for sure. Not many whistles. Picked up Els. He picks up the loose puck. Tries to get it deep. Back comes Willert over the blue line. He gets the puck knocked off his stick. Henley, he picks it up and fires it down the ice. 4:18 is when the player's back on the ice. Stopped up by McMillan. Back to the blue line, deflected off the shin pads of Els. Hansen, he gets it. They can't get it deep. Back comes Abdullah. He takes it down the left side. Chen steals it as she puts the body on and takes the puck and gets it to the blue line. But Dowie's there, intercepts. Good stick again by Chen. To the front of the net. That bounces up, deflected off Chen's stick. And a good stop by the goaltender. Fire down the ice. Mosacek, he's going down. Takes it, fires it. McMillan, he can't get it. And Mosacek takes the hit from the captain. And he'll go to the box for 2 or less for interference as Mosacek was prevented from getting back to the front of the net. And now Victoria is in the box. That's number 43. Max Simmons And he prevented a likely scoring chance by keeping Mosicek from coming into the zone. And we've got a timeout for Victoria.
Yeah.
Wow, Adrian, what do you think of that action?
Well, South Australia can really see themselves in the gold medal match now, and I can't blame them. Victoria's really found it hard to stay out of the penalty box. I mean, it is what it is. Anything can happen in finals hockey, especially the national championships. The underdog can win.
My observation over the years is typically at national tournaments, Victoria will lead the standings in penalty minutes. And that's just the way it is. They like to play hard-nosed hockey. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it jumps up to bite you. So we'll see if they can kill this.
Oh, yeah.
And then go on the power play, pull the goaltender, and tie this game up.
Yep. Well, at the end of the day, South Australia is pretty renowned for having the least penalties for a tournament as well. So, I mean, kind of goes hand in hand. And we got 3 minutes and 59 seconds left, and we're going to see a real beaut of a end of a game here.
And Victoria have already got a shorthanded goal this game from Liu.
Yep.
So that possibility is there. So we'll get set, batten down the hatches, and put on the seatbelts as we get ready for the final 3 minutes and 59 seconds of this period. Face-off comes outside the zone, even though there was a penalty. I'm not sure the reasoning for that.
And I will just get one cheap plug-in that McMillan's the only goal that's played the whole tournament every minute. So
proud papa there.
Yeah.
That's allowed. Back to Chen. She goes D to D. Picked up by Hansen. He crosses the line, takes the shot towards the net, goes into the corner, blocked. Another good block.
Ooh.
And that's fired over the goal, over the netting, and that goes directly out. And that'll be a delay of game penalty, putting Victoria down 2 players, 5-on-3.
Yeah, 3:42 and left in the game. You have 1 goal down. You hate to see it, right? I mean, it's interesting, Rink, that the netting does come over the ice there. So not necessarily even hitting it over the glass. But, yeah, penalty is a penalty, and it's on the board.
That's right, and you're right. The netting over the glass, but that was fired directly out, so wouldn't have made any difference on that
100%.
play. Chen keeps it in, back to the blue line. Mosicek into Chen, looking for Els. He just misses, and it comes out of the zone. Almost overskates it. Back up onto the wing. Hansen, he goes in, takes the shot. That's high off the blocker of McMillan. And he had to be careful, and down the ice the puck goes. Back for it is Henley. The linesman just a bit embarrassed, almost making the mistake of calling that icing. Tap back to Els. Els goes over the blue line, takes the shot. That goes off the shin pad of Dowie. That must be his 6th or 7th block of the day.
Yeah,
back comes Victoria. Willard down the right side. He can't beat his man, and Henley blocks it. Back comes Els. He chips it up onto the wing to Mosicek. Can't get control of it. And back down the ice, the puck gets fired. 2:35 to go in this period. We don't have the penalty clock in operation now, so we've got to rely on the bench staff to monitor that puck. And that puck gets past Hansen, and it'll go for icing for South Australia. The face-off all the way back into the South Australia zone. Still 5-on-3.
Yeah, 2 minutes 20 left for this game, and it's all action, right?
So Victoria, with just 3 players on the ice, I believe about 21 seconds to go. The time has come up on the clock. Abdullah in against number 15 for for South Australia, Mazichka. Won by Mazichka on the scramble, and out comes Henley. He chips it ahead to Hansen. Hansen gets it over the line, and number 56 going to the net
by Barter.
as McMillan gets knocked over by Barter. I think she was interfered with a bit as well, so no call by the officials. Behind the goal, number 82, he rims around to Hannon. Picked up on the boards by Barter. She's harassed by number 24 for Victoria, Zoo, and back comes South Australia. Over on the wing to Holmes' ball. He tries to make a move. Good stick. Back comes Victoria. Simmons over the blue line. 1 penalty's done. Good play. And back comes Holmes' ball. He gets it over the red line and dumps it deep. Teams all even now. 1:25 to go in the period. 5-4 for South Australia. Victoria desperate to tie this game up, or their tournament is gold medal aspirations are over. Deflected off the stick of Abdullah. No icing. Chen back in the corner for it. Abdullah, and he goes behind the net. Tries to jam it back to side he came in. Taps at the stick of Wandell. And the South Australia players not happy with that action as Wandell resets her mask.
Yeah, 1 minute left in the game. What can happen? Anything. Yeah.
What do Victoria need to do in order to tie this one up, do you think?
They got to play their game, which, to be honest with you, I haven't seen them play how they've played the tournament so far. They've really been rattled by South Australia, but let's hope that we can maybe even make it into a overtime or penalty shootout situation. We all want to see more hockey, right? But at the same time, South Australia is my home at heart.
Yeah, Victoria trying to sneak a 7th man on, even though they pulled the goaltender.
Yeah,
and off the ice comes Quinn.
Unfortunately, the refs can count.
Face-off won by South Australia into the corner. After it is Chen. She goes down, gets it behind the net to Henley. He fires it down the ice. That goes through the skates of Liu. And that'll go for icing. 50 seconds to go, 49 seconds to go in this third period. Victoria just needs to get control off this draw and get pucks to the net with bodies in front. They've got the guys that can bury the biscuit, that's for sure.
100%. You got the big guns out, and let's see what happens here in this last 49 seconds. Both got their best players out in the last.
Face-off win by Victoria. They get it in deep. Good stick by Henley. Into the corner. Chen tying up her player in the corner. 5 players in there battling for that puck. Hansen on the outside looking for the loose puck. Picked up by Victoria. Back into the high slot. Great stick by Henley. Good block by Mozicek. Into the corner. That's Fialka. He gets it deep. Behind the goal. Henley, he reverses. Good reverse move. Gets it up to Mozicek. Mozicek, it bounces over his stick. Back to the front of the net. Chen, she reverses behind the goal.
10
back
seconds.
Up to Henley. Henley can't catch up to it. Fialka dumps it back behind the goal. Chen and Simmons battle for it. And that's it. That'll do it. This semifinal is over. South Australia with the third period goal. We've got a little bit of after whistle shenanigans going on as referee Owen Coral has the arm up, blowing the whistle. And some of the players, that's Abdullah, he's into it. Looking at Chen, I believe.
Yeah, Hudson had to be pulled off there. Hudson Ells, and yeah.
Nothing comes of it. As obviously disappointment on the part of the Victorian players.
Nothing can change the scoreboard, right? But you don't want to get a suspension if you're going into a gold or a bronze medal game.
That's right. They still get to play for a medal later on this afternoon, or tomorrow morning, I guess it is, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And great to see the development. Like, South Australia team has done really well here. I've coached these kids for a number of years, and at the end of the day, it's great to see the underdog win, even though my son's on the other team. At the end of the day, hockey wins, right?
Yeah, as I say, it's a great game, and a game that's actually played elsewhere in the world, other than that self-proclaimed Australian game that's proclaimed as the best game in the world.
Yeah, well, the kids' skates are their passport, right? And they go around the world, and they meet new people and make friends all over the world. So
that third period winner scored by the captain, number 47, Els, his 7th of the tournament on the power play, assisted by Hansen and Mosicek. At 13 minutes to go to make it 5-4. Penalties in that period. Again, Victoria in the box 3 times. Interference to Liu. Barter for roughing for South Australia at 6-11. Simmons for Victoria for interference. And Fialka for delay of game late. And despite a valiant effort, Victoria just couldn't tie that game. And they'll go to South Australia. Will go to the gold medal match And Victoria will play for the bronze. We'll see who their opponents are in the next semifinal coming up in a few minutes after the ice cut for Aidan McMillan. This is Chris Langell. We'll see you then.
Yeah, thanks, guys.